80. The first church built was made of nipa and bamboo and was originally dedicated to Our Lady of Purification. Fray Juan de Garavillas of the Franciscan Order rebuilt the church using stone materials from 1599 to 1601. The neighborhood's name Dilao refers to a local shrub once used to dye textiles yellow. Current Filipino orthography: Dilao, yellow. On October 3, 1603, the church was attacked and burned by Chinese persons during riots. It was repaired in 1606 and rebuilt with stone materials by Don Francisco Gomez de Arellano. Invading troops from the Kingdom of Great Britain burnt down the church in 1762 during their occupation of the city as part of the 7 Years' War. In 1791, a temporary church made of bamboo and nipa was erected. Fray Joaquin Segui constructed the stone convento from 1793 to 1794, which was repaired in 1854. In 1880, this convent was ruined by an earthquake. Fray Bernardo de la Concepcion began the construction of a new church in 1809, which was completed in 1814. It was called Antigua Iglesia de Paco, Old Paco Church, while Fray Miguel Richer built the belfry from 1839 to 1841. Earthquakes again destroyed the church in 1852 and 1880. Fray Gilberto Martin began the reconstruction of the church in 1881. When this was about to be completed, a typhoon in 1892 partly destroyed the church. In 1896, Fray Gilberto completed the reconstruction work. On February 5, 1899, the church was bombed and completely burned during the Philippine-American War. Belgian priests of the Congregatio Immaculati Cordis Mariae took possession of the burnt church in 1909, and in the following year, Fray Raimundo Esquinet worked for the construction of a temporary concrete church at a site near the old church's ruins. In 1924, Fray Jose Billy proposed a newer and much larger church, and the cornerstone of the present church was laid in August 1931. On February 7, 2012, the church was designated as Pro-Cathedral of the Manila until structural renovations on the Manila Cathedral were completed on April 9, 2014. A notable long-standing custom of the church today is the devotion to Nuestros St. Peter the Apostle Parish of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Manila was established on September 10, 1954. It is located in Quirino, Paco, Manila. The parish fiesta is celebrated every Sunday nearest to June 29. Matthew 16:18-19. I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell will not overcome it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. In the suburbs of Paco, Manila, a peculiar parish can be found within the complex near Gomez Street where the common masses reside. This particular parish houses one of the most miraculous Marian icons in the country, the prototype of the Queen of Bicolandia, Nuestra Senora. The icon of the Virgin is an easel painting depicting the apparition of the Blessed Virgin to Simon Vela. The Penafrancia devotion started when a French friar, Simon Roland, found an icon believed to have been buried since 711 AD. After a long search, Mary's image was excavated in a cave on a rocky mountain of Salamanca, Spain. The complete details of the image is an easel painting done on thick canvas, which restores date to the 1660s. At the upper register, an oval aureole surrounds the Madonna and Child who sit on a golden throne on top of a rocky peak. The Child, holding an azure globe, rests on the mother's lap on a throne and raises the right hand in benediction. Much later, the image came to be known as Our Lady of the Poor and Our Lady of the Rosary. Thus, a large golden rosary was added to the image. To the Virgin's right kneels Simon Vela, his arms outstretched in prayer, the brown robes of the Franciscan draped over his body. From the bottom to the top snakes a road marked with golden crosses. The road is filled with figures showing scenes from Simon Villa's epic search for the Peña de Francia. The Santo Niño de Pandacan Parish, Filipino, Parroquia ng Santo Niño de Pandacan, also known as Pandacan Church, Filipino, Simbahan ng Pandacan, is a Roman Catholic parish church in the district of Pandacan in Manila, Philippines. The church was established as an independent parish church in 1712 from the parish of Sampaloc. Completed in 1760, it housed the original image of the Santo Niño de Pandacan until it was destroyed by a fire in 2020. The church is currently undergoing reconstruction. The church celebrates its liturgical feast on the image of the Holy Child of Jesus, also popularly known as Santo Niño, was enshrined at the church, and its feast is traditionally celebrated on the third Sunday of January. In the early 1600s, this image was found by little children playing and was recovered from a well near the church. As Pandacan was at the time under the parish of Sampaloc, the image was enshrined at the Sampaloc church. It suddenly disappeared in Sampaloc, only to be found at the exact same site the image was founded. When it was brought back to Sampaloc, it disappeared again and was found again in Pandacan. Believing that the miraculous image wanted a home in Pandacan, a visita, Chapel Avis, was built. Constructed at the very same site the image was built, a spring of water was unearthed and a well, called the Well of the Holy Child, was made. The water from the well resulted in many miracles and healing of the sick, and devotion to the Santo Niño de Pandacan grew and became popular. The well has long been sealed due to pollutants, but a shrine stands on what was once the well. Pandacan Church became an independent parish from Sampaloc in 1712. The first stone church in Pandacan was built in 1732 by Father Francisco del Rosario. The church would take 30 years to complete. The original church, completed in 1760, was twice destroyed by earthquakes. A modern church stood on the ruins, including a parish school that stands on what was the Catholic cemetery of the district. 4. The original church, completed in 1760, was destroyed twice by earthquakes. A modern church stood on the ruins, including a parish school that stands on what was the Catholic cemetery of the district. 4. The parish of Our Lady of the Abandoned, also known as the Santa Ana Church and newly declared as the National Shrine of Our Lady of the Abandoned, Spanish, Parroquia de Nuestra Señora de los Desamparados, is a Spanish colonial period church located in the district of Santa Ana in Manila, Philippines. The parish was established by the Franciscan missionaries in 1578 under the patronage of Saint Anne. The present stone church was constructed by Father Vicente Ingles, OFM from 1720 to 1725 and was dedicated to its present patron, the Our Lady of the Abandoned. The revered image of its patron was made in Valencia, Spain in 1713 and arrived in the Philippines in 1717. The church houses two national cultural treasures declared by the National Museum of the Philippines: the Santa Ana Side Museum located in the convent patio and the Camarín de la Virgen, or the dressing room of the Virgin. The elevation to national shrine was declared last January 25, 2020 during the 120th Plenary Assembly of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines. The conferment of the title to the parish church will be on June 20, 2020, tentatively. History: the town of Santa Ana was first established by the Spanish Franciscan missionaries in 1578, in a settlement beside a creek connecting to the Pasig River, which the local inhabitants referred to as Sapa. Its first church, dedicated to their titular patroness Saint Anne, was made of nipa and bamboo until a decree from the colonial government in 1599 permitted the religious order to build the church in stone. However, the construction came only around 1720 upon the direction of then parish priest of Santa Ana, Vicente Ingles. OFM, wherein a new site was chosen, which is the current location of the structure, dedicated to Our Lady of the Abandoned, Nuestra Señora de los Desamparados. The building of the stone church began on September 12, 1720, with the laying of the cornerstone by Governor-General and Archbishop of Manila Francisco de la Cuesta, Osa. 1. The construction took 5 years to finish, with the total cost of 33,000 including the donation of the Governor-General amounting to 4,000 pesos. In the early 1700s, 4 Ingles went to Valencia, Spain. The friar had been very enamored of a famous image of Our Lady that had become a popular spiritual attraction in Valencia. The image was known as the Our Lady of the Abandoned. While 4 Ingles was in Valencia in 1713, he decided to have a copy of this image for Santa Ana Parish, which was in the process of being constructed near Manila. After reverently touching the copy to the original image, the friar brought the new replica with him back to the Philippines in 1717. The image has been venerated in Santa Ana since then. In time, the parish became known as Our Lady of the Abandoned Parish, as it is today, though Saint Anne still is honored in the church with a statue of her with the Child Mary in a niche directly above the image of Our Lady of the Abandoned. Governor-General Francisco de la Cuesta offered his bastón de mando to the image, and proclaimed her Gobernadora de la Ciudad de Manila, Governor of the City of Manila. Santa Ana Church also served as barracks for wounded American soldiers during the Philippine-American War in 1899. The church complex was not destroyed by any bombs during the Battle of Manila in 1945. Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Manila Jaime Cardinal Sin Village Our Lady of Perpetual Help Parish Church, Manila, established on December 3, 1975. This church is also known as the Dambanangbayan 2631 Jules Positas Street, Punta Santa Ana, Manila, August 31, 2006. Solemn dedication created December 3, 1975. Barangay 898, Zone 100, Punta Santa Ana, Manila.